Hi, my name is Becky Wade. I'm an instructor at Capilano University on the Sunshine Coast. I teach computers in the Adult Basic Education program, and this course that I'm introducing you to is my BComp 051, which is the provincial grade 12 level of computers. And basically it's an introduction to web publishing, e-portfolios, and the internet. All of the learners who take my course are adults between the ages of 17 and 60 plus, although the learners who choose online are typically on the younger end of that range. Some have never finished grade 12 and they're taking my course as a credit towards their grade 12 graduation. Others are adults who are working or want to start working and need to either upgrade or gain some computer skills. Students require either the two lower level courses, which is the BComp 031 Intermediate Grade 10 or the BComp 041 Advanced Grade 11 courses, or they can enroll if they have the equivalent knowledge. In the past, this course was offered in a mixed mode format where students would come to class once a week for 3 hours and could complete much of the coursework online if they wished. However, a few years ago, the department decided to offer more of our courses online to attract more students. At this time, I teach some students in a face-to-face setting and others are taking the course completely online. The most difficult part of redesigning this course isn't one particular component, but rather taking everything that we've learned and applying that knowledge and those skills to all of the course components. Being able to do this in an efficient and authentic way requires an internalization of everything that we've learned so far. And this is also what has most impressed me about the skills I've gained, that ability to do just that, to internalize the knowledge and then apply it. When I look back over the past couple of years to when I started the program and think about what major hurdle I've had to overcome, I think that has probably been my dislike and resistance to all of the writing required. I can laugh about it now, but the amount of writing required in the first two courses was way more than I wanted or expected to do, and I found it quite daunting. Now I can see the benefit, but it was a definite hurdle for me. As an e-learning designer or developer, I think the biggest change to my thinking that has occurred is that I now feel confident about my abilities to recognize and design a good online course. Part of my work is and will be to support other faculty in my department as they build their own online courses. When I started this program, I wondered how I was ever going to feel that I had something useful to offer them, and now I'm excited to get started. Hi, I thought I'd start off my course tour by showing you my course as it looked a year ago. At that point, I had only taken EDUC 4150. I'd started incorporating a few things, but you can see it's really just a big jumble of information presented to the students and not a lot of guidance about what they should do. So I'll take you now to the course as it looks today. And although it's not perfect, I still have a lot of things I'd like to do differently and to add and to take away. It's looking a lot better. So you can see it's not as overwhelming. There's some collapsible modules rather than everything out in front of the student all at once. And the students can use this. It can help be sort of almost like a checklist for them. And they can open everything and then close them as they do them. Anyway, it gives them some choices into how they want to look at things. And it starts off, I've tried to be very multimodal in the course, and I've built in a lot of supports for the students. And I've tried to make things accessible. All of my documents are PDFs rather than Word documents, just in case students don't have access to Word. I've tried to bring in video, audio, and then there's a lot of practical, tactile, hands-on assignments and work. As I said, a lot of supports built in to the course. At the top here, you can see there's a couple of forums, information, general information for the students. And then because my students are both face-to-face, mixed mode, and strictly online, It does make things a little bit more challenging, but I've tried to make it clear where online students, where the information is very specific to them, and then information that applies to everyone. I'm going to take you to the week 3 module and just show you that example. That one is pretty much been completed. It does include a bridge, and I have included a checklist in here. I find that helps make things clearer to the students. It's very clear what they need to get done this week. And then below here are the assignments and resources. So all of the assignments and quizzes and exams build on each other. So we start very basic, we start with introductory, and then we build week after week until the end product is a complete e-portfolio for the student using WordPress. So I'll give a click on the resources here. These are the resources that are built into the assignments, so it's a separate spot. These resources all exist somewhere else in one of the other assignments, but it just puts them together in one place. As well, all resources, of course, are over here on the right pane. So these all link to different websites, or here's an example of a student's blog post that I thought was particularly good, and some help with their writing, and also just basic information about something as simple as title case. And I'll open one of the assignments, and this is their first blog that they create. And so this is what the assignment itself looks like. It starts off with an introduction to what the learning objectives are for this assignment. And then the first thing that they get is a video on how to do the assignment. And there's also written instructions here on how to do the assignment. So I've tried to cover both bases. And then the students will actually be producing something. And then here is their marking guide that makes it clear how they're going to receive marks for the assignment. So I'll take you back to the course. And that's pretty much it. There are, my favorite student resource is the, it sits right here, where to get writing and e-portfolio help. Just wanted to come back to this because what I have here is a link to e-portfolio peer mentors. So this is where students can get help from other students on using either WordPress or their e-portfolio, how to do things in their e-portfolio. And the reason I like this one so much is they can get it online, or if they can get into the university, they can get it face-to-face. But it's one of the few ways, because my course is self-paced and I have students working at all sorts of different levels, I don't have a lot of student-to-student interaction. And this is one of the only places where they can get that. So I really like this resource for the students. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm quite happy with the course. I'm pretty proud of the way it looks now, and as I said earlier, it does still need some work, but I'm getting much closer to what I think is a really good online course for my students.